And then in
Cool.
my
Good job,
neighborhood,
Johnny. What else you guys got from this past week?
I've got a few. I got three bits of good news.
Okay.
So I finally closed on my first listing and got paid on it. So that's fantastic. So I was excited about that. Secondly, I have a potential new buyer. She's actually she's currently looking to rent, but her budget is around $2,500. So she's like a young girl, like mid-20s, and I believe after a couple of conversations, I'll be able to kind of shift her towards purchasing a home. And so she's already hinted, stating that her father wants her to purchase a home right now. So I'm kind of working with her to kind of get her to transition into actually buying a home. So that's an opportunity that I have too. And then the third bit of good information is that I've been working to get my Maryland license since October the 26th, and the paperwork has been a disaster, to say the least. And so I'm still waiting for PSI to give me the green light so that I can take my test. And so I have a few Maryland buyers who are ready to work with me, and one in particular, she's been reaching out to me kind of to check my status, seeing what's going on, and I've continued to like put her at bay. And so because I've been continuing to put her at bay, she asked me again, like, John, what's the status? I'm working with your lender currently to see what I could be approved for. And I was really nervous about responding to her because I still don't have my Maryland license. And so I finally did reach back out to her and let her know, excuse me, and let her know that I don't have my license yet, but I should have it in the coming weeks. And she's willing to wait for me until I receive my Maryland license. So I'm just grateful that I can get my license and get 100% of that.
Well, good job. Good job. Okay. I want to talk about that second one real quick. I got some questions about that. The second one was, remind me the second one again.
The second one was I received a lead for a Virginia buyer, and she wants to rent.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So her dad has already suggested to her that she buy. Mm-hmm. And talk to us about, like, where are you in the phase of this? Because I might be able to help you to get that into action now.
That'd be great.
So tell me a little bit more about, like, where are you right now with her?
Yeah, so she said that her father really wants her to purchase a home. She's currently in Richmond, Virginia, and she wants to relocate to Alexandria. She wants to live in Alexandria. But before she moves to Alexandria, she needs to get a job. She's currently a nurse in Richmond and wants to work at a hospital in Alexandria. So I don't believe that'll be a problem. But during the conversation, she was saying that she wants to rent and she's not ready to buy. And so I didn't probe at that time as to why she's not ready to buy. I just wanted to listen to her to get an understanding of what some of her needs were, so that we can kind of identify different apartments and I can kind of build the relationship. So that's where we're at.
How'd you leave it with her?
So the way that I left it with her is that obviously I after listening to some of the things that she'd like, that she wants, I sent her a few properties for rent in Alexandria. And I sent that information over to her, and we're going to circle back on tomorrow to discuss the properties in which I sent to her for rent.
The homes, not the properties.
Gotcha. So can I ask you a question, Dan? So in apartments, should I still use homes, or because it's apartments, I don't want her to feel comfortable with it, should I use properties?
Well, yeah, you could. You could stick with property on it. Here's what I was going to suggest.
Okay.
So send her a text today with one home that would be within her budget of $2,500 or less, and say, hey, I saw this home for another one of my buyers, and I thought of you. What do you think about this? And you're presenting it as as an afterthought. Okay, so it's oftentimes when you want to get the connection and you want to get the rapport and you want to gain the trust, doing what you did was very, very appropriate.
Okay.
You could have at the end of that, you could have done this at the end of that and say, oh, by the way, I was just curious. What was her name? Do you recall her name?
Amanda Pope.
Amanda. Every time I hear the name of Amanda, I always think, this is the this is the Simpsons show today. Every time I hear about Amanda, do you know what goes through my head?
What?
Hug and kiss for the last name. That's a Bart Simpson joke. To say, I'm looking for Miss Hug and Kiss. That's Amanda.
That's like 15 years ago.
Hey, John, say it out for us.
I missed that episode.
Yeah, Miss Hug and Kiss.
Miss Hug and Kiss.
Yeah, Amanda.
Amanda Hug and Kiss.
Oh, really? Is that who you looking for? Sorry, guys. Sorry. Johnny's still trying to get that joke.
I'm still trying to process. Amanda Hug and Kiss. What am I saying?
Go ahead, Lenita.
Look, Amanda hug and kiss. Amanda hug and kiss. As opposed to a woman to hug and kiss.
I'm slow. I'm slow. Got it.
I'm sorry.
Got it.
All right.
Thanks, Lenita.
I was lost for a little bit. I was like, what?
Thank you, Johnny. I'm glad I wasn't out on an island, man. I'm glad.
No, you were not. I was there with you going, what?
That's so funny.
I would
Looking for Amanda Hug and Kiss. Whoa, okay, cool.
Lenita saved the day.
Shadrach, were you in the same boat as me?
I was in the same boat.
Sorry.
I'm actually a 13-year-old boy.
I got you. Me too. So we're there. All right. So Amanda. So what you gonna say? So going back to Amanda, you could have yesterday gone through the conversation and then at the end of it, gone back and say, I was just curious. Have you ever considered a buy? Because I know of a home right now that's on the market that would match exactly what you're telling me in regards to a rental for the same amount of money. And then she's probably going to say, probably yes, tell me more. And say, well, let me do this. Let me see if it's still available. And then I'll call you back later tonight and we'll go through the details. How's that sound? Boom. And then you know what to do next.
I like that. Let me see if it's still available.
Yeah. So you could always just throw it out there with certainty that hey, I know of a home. Like, I got one I'm thinking of right now. It's in Alexandria. You can even get sort of specific, but let me do this. Let me go and check, see if it's still online. If it is, I'll let you know, and we can we could talk about it. Then step 2, show her the home that you find, and then say, I know that we're talking about renting, and I've got some rentals for you where we can find a property for you for a rental. We can also get a home, and let's do this. I know of a lender, a financial guy or girl, lady, who specializes in helping first-time home buyers, who has the best rates and the best terms in the business. I wouldn't mind doing this. I wouldn't mind introducing you to her. And she can actually, maybe sort of hash out some details with you and see if this is even a possibility. How's that sound? So it's all sort of like an oh, by the way sort of approach, so that you're not buy. You're not in their face on it. It's an oh, by the way.